Good morning and welcome to the Hawk's Nest.
I'm Kendall Schubert.
And I am Evan Kazemchek.
This is the beginning of week 26.
Let's get started with the pledge. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We would like to congratulate senior Taylor Mason. She placed 3rd out of 18 finalists in WJC's Black History Oratory Competition, which was open to all high school students in the state of Maryland.
My aunt's grandfather clock strikes 5, signaling it is time for Christmas dinner. The formal dining room is decked out with beautiful garland and an extravagant gold tablecloth. Each place setting is made with the finest china, the silverware shined by hand. My relatives fix their plates and take their designated seats in the modern equivalent of the Palace of Versailles. I saunter in behind them, only to be abruptly turned away and sent to every teen's Christmas nightmare, the kids' table. I trudge down the steps of the basement to see a few flimsy card tables with cheap paper tablecloths and folding chairs. As I begin to eat my food, I wonder why I cannot sit with the adults, even if I have so much to say. Children and teenagers deserve to have a seat at the grown-ups table because of their innate advocacy for positivity and inclusivity, qualities our world desperately demands. At 8 years old, Mari Kopeny wrote a letter to then President Barack Obama, encouraging him to visit her town of Flint, Michigan. Since the switch of its source in 2014, Flint's water has been contaminated with lead. The residents cannot even drink a glass of tap water without risking their health. Safe drinking water has become a forgotten privilege among Americans, but Mari, now 13, has made it her mission to restore her community. When asked what her local and state officials were doing to solve the crisis, Mari exclaimed, "Well, they never did fix it. So I said, well, you have to listen to me because I'm a kid." Because Mari did not listen to the adults who discouraged her, over $500,000 has been raised for water filters and school supplies for the children of Flint. Mari's tremendous contributions towards clean water for the citizens of Flint is one example of why children are the fuel for change in our communities. There are hundreds of thousands of kids across the U.S. who are like Mari, who have been doubted and pushed away, who have been deemed too small to make a difference. Time and time again, society says that children are our future, the trailblazers of tomorrow.
Also, we would like to give a special shout out to the Student of the Month for February, Logan Varner, Abby Salter, Jay Jensel, Emily Watt, Odelia Balmadil, Sarah Hardman, Robert Fenner, Annie Finholm, Julia Eakes, Lance Arnold, Jasmine Owens, Cole Younger, and Gabe Gill.
Harford County SGA is hosting a 5K the week of Monday, March 15th to Friday, March 19th. Within the duration of this week, participants will choose to either run, walk, or bike 3.1 miles. Those involved earn a free t-shirt with proof of participation. Contact Erica Audie or Grace Heron through school email if interested. We hope to see you there. Okay, this is it. Your chance to become North Hartford famous. The Hawk's Nest is hosting its first ever film festival. If you're an aspiring film director, actor, or anywhere in between, get your original films ready and submit them. Contact Mrs. Nancy Green, Mr. Mike James, or Mrs. Chandler for information or for the link to submit. You can get a free shirt for participating. The deadline has extended, so there is still time to submit.
Attention all 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students and North Hartford faculty. Picture Day arrived and it looked very different this year. You will be uploading your picture to the yearbook website. To get started, you need to go to the website ybkplus.com. Please take a minute to view the following video, which will instruct you on how to log in and upload your picture.
Hey North Hartford, we're here to show you how to take your yearbook photo.
We are both on the yearbook staff, and this year's pictures will look a bit different.
In the absence of school picture day, the yearbook staff and Jostens is providing a way for students to upload their school picture for this year's yearbook.
This video will show you the steps necessary to take it and upload your picture correctly onto the Yearbook Plus website.
Step 1. Taking your yearbook picture.
This video does not apply to any of the seniors or underclassmen who have already got their portraits taken for this year.
If you haven't gotten your portrait taken this year, then follow these steps to take a good picture. Find a blank wall or background.
Use white natural light.
Glasses wearers, be mindful of window or light reflections.
Do not stand in front of wall crevices.
Don't stand too close to the wall so there isn't a shadow.
No distracting backgrounds.
Don't stand in front of direct light so you aren't backlit.
Do not have hats, hoodies, masks, etc. in the picture.
Just you, no other person or objects.
No filters.
No hand gestures.
No weird head angles.
And act as if you're posing for your license.
Step 2. Now that you have your picture ready, you'll upload it onto ybkplus.com. That's ybkplus.com.
When you get to the opening screen, it will ask for an email address. Enter your school email.
You'll then receive a 4-digit verification code, then type it in and you'll see a welcome screen.
Hit My Portrait banner and you'll be able to upload your portrait. It's like uploading something on Instagram.
Choose the portrait you took following the guidelines, and there will be a cropping tool that's an oval, and place the picture so that your face is in the oval. There are specific directions on the website on how to do this.
Once you do that, hit OK and your picture is uploaded.
The deadline is Friday, March 12th, 2021.
Make sure that you follow all directions of what to do and what not to do while taking and submitting your portrait. The yearbook staff reserves the right to reject any portrait that does not follow the guidelines. The deadline for submitting portrait pictures is Friday, March 12th at 11:59 p.m. North Hartford faculty, we would also like you to take your portrait pictures in this manner as well, so get those pictures taken. If you are not sure what's an acceptable portrait, use the following as guidance. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Harward at carla.harward@hcps.org. Also, don't forget that Tri-M is starting a brand new March Madness event. Check it out.
Hi Hawks, and welcome back to Tri-M's March Madness. But before I start, remember to go to the Tri-M's page and vote for next week's semifinals to see who will go into the final competition. But let's talk about the results in round 1 to see who you'll be voting for. The 40s and the 60s went off in a grueling match, and the 60s destroyed the 40s with 87 votes to 25 votes. Up against the 60s next week will be the 80s with a very tight match with 59 votes to the 2000s, only 53 votes. Close, but not enough. On the other side of the bracket, the 50s versus the 70s went off against a complete smackdown. The 70s destroyed the 50s with 94 votes to 18 votes. Sorry, Elvis, North Hartford just doesn't like you. And finally, the 90s and the 2010s went up against each other. The 90s with 67 votes and 2010s with 45 votes. Still a kind of close match, but 90s is the victor. So the 60s and the 80s will go against each other for round 2, and then the 70s and the 90s, the 70s and the 90s will go against each other in round 2. Make sure to vote on the Tri-M page, and we'll see who goes on to the finals.
Students returning to the building are reminded that they will need to bring their electronic device and that they will have access to their lockers. Here's a sneak peek of some of the things that you'll be seeing and experience when you come back to the building. As always, please do your part to stay safe and well. Wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart, and wash your hands. That's all we have for today. Until next week, stay Hawktastic.